What does the future of basketball look like? Does it look like a 7'1" center who can block shots like a legend? Does it shoot like a wing and handle the ball like a guard? One player is turning those questions into answers. His name is Chet Holmgren, and he's not just a rising star, he's the ascendant force redefining what it means to be a big man in the NBA. They call him a unicorn, but even that might not do him justice. This is the story of how a kid from Minneapolis overcame serious injury to become the defensive anchor and offensive weapon of the NBA's most exciting young team.
This is my house, no flight zone. Try to take off, you're on your own.
Chet Holmgren's journey was seemingly destined for greatness. Imagine being coached from day one by your own father, a 7-foot former college player himself. That was Chet's reality. Growing up in Minneapolis, he had a built-in mentor who understood the unique challenges and advantages of his incredible height. By 9th grade, he was already 6'9" and playing at Minnehaha Academy alongside another future NBA star, Jalen Suggs. This wasn't your average high school team. It was a powerhouse that forged Chet's competitive fire and advanced basketball IQ. He racked up every major award imaginable: Mr. Basketball USA, Gatorade National Player of the Year, and the #1 rank in his recruiting class. He took that talent to Gonzaga, and from his very first game, he was a statistical marvel. In his debut, he put up 14 points, 13 rebounds, 7 blocks, and 6 assists. To put that in perspective, he was the first player in 25 years to post a line like that in a debut. He became the West Coast Conference Defensive Player of the Year and led the Zags to the Sweet 16, proving his unique frame wasn't a risk, but a revolutionary advantage. The 2022 NBA Draft. The Oklahoma City Thunder select Chet Holmgren with the 2nd overall pick. It's a dream come true. The highest drafted player from Gonzaga ever. But then, disaster struck. Before he could even play a single official game, a devastating Lisfranc injury in his foot during a Pro-Am game sidelined him for the entire 2022-2023 season. For a player whose slender frame was the only question mark for scouts, it was a brutal blow. But what could have been a career derailer became a period of intense focus. While his peers were playing, Chet was in the gym, relentlessly strengthening his body. And when he finally made his debut in the 2023-24 season, he unleashed a year of pent-up domination. He didn't just play, he played in all 82 games, silencing any doubts about his durability. He averaged 16.5 points, nearly 8 rebounds, and over 2 blocks a game, with stunning efficiency for a rookie big. He became the first rookie in NBA history to hit over 100 three-pointers and block over 150 shots in a season. Think about that. He's protecting the rim like an old-school center and spacing the floor like a modern forward. The unicorn wasn't a myth. He was here, and he was the runner-up for Rookie of the Year. So, what makes him so unstoppable? Offensively, he's a matchup nightmare. Standing 7'1" with a 7'6" wingspan, he can shoot over almost anyone. His 37% three-point stroke forces the opponent's biggest defender out of the paint, creating wide-open lanes for teammates like Shai, Gilgeous-Alexander, and Jalen Williams. He's not just a shooter, though. He has a soft touch around the rim and can put the ball on the floor, going coast to coast after a rebound. He is the definition of efficient versatility, but his true impact might be on defense. He is an elite, intelligent rim protector. He led the league in contested shots near the basket, and his timing is impeccable. He doesn't just swat shots into the stands, he often controls the block, starting a fast break for his team. This is intelligent disruption, and it's a huge reason why he instantly became a defensive anchor. Just when he seemed invincible, adversity hit again. A pelvic fracture in November 2024 cost him nearly 50 games. But in what is becoming his signature trait, Chet returned with a vengeance. He came back in February 2025 and was a crucial piece in the Thunder's incredible run to the NBA Finals. In the Western Conference Finals, he was a force, even dropping 22 points in the series-clinching game. This mental fortitude, this ability to come back from major injuries and immediately perform on the biggest stage is what separates the good players from the franchise cornerstones. Today, Chet Holmgren is the undeniable cornerstone of the OKC Thunder, part of a fearsome Big Three with SGA and J-Dub. The front office knows what they have, bringing in defensive veterans like Alex Caruso and a physical big like Isaiah Hartenstein. This masterstroke of team building allows Chet to play to his strengths as a finesse defender, preserving his body while maximizing his unique impact. His ceiling? Perennial all-star. Defensive Player of the Year candidate. The kind of player that wins championships. He's already transformed the Thunder from a rebuilding team to a title contender. To understand Chet's evolution, we need to look at his statistical profile. In his rookie year, the comparisons were clear. Look at this chart from his 23rd to 24th season. He profiles almost identically to players like Brook Lopez and Miles Turner. These are the NBA's elite modern centers. They do two things at a world-class level. They anchor a defense with incredible shot blocking, and they stretch the floor on offense with lethal three-point shooting. This is the prototype for the 3-and-D big man. Chet fit this mold perfectly, but even then, you could see hints of something more. A little more creation, a bit more fluidity. But then came his second season. After battling through another major injury, a pelvic fracture, his game sharpened, his role solidified, and his player comparison evolved into something truly special, something almost poetic for Thunder fans. Take a look at this. This is Chet in 24 to 25, and that red line, that's Serge Ibaka from the 15 to 16 season. Yes, that's Serge Ibaka, an Oklahoma City Thunder legend, Mr. I-blocka himself. The statistical fingerprints are nearly identical, and they tell a powerful story about OKC's past, present, and future. Let's break it down. First, the defense. It all starts here. Both are absolute monsters at the rim. For years, Ibaka's presence made the paint a no-fly zone in Oklahoma City. He was the defensive heart of a team with Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook. Now, look at Chet. He does the exact same thing for a team with Shai, Gilgeous-Alexander, and Jalen Williams. He doesn't just block shots, he alters the entire offense. He's the defensive anchor that makes their entire system work. Now, let's look at the offense. This is where it gets fascinating. In 2016, Serge Ibaka was the perfect power forward for a contender. He was a reliable scorer who didn't need to be the #1 option, but he could make you pay. He was a master of the mid-range and was just starting to add the three-pointer to his arsenal. Now look at Chet's profile. It's the same role, just modernized. He thrives as a hyper-efficient scorer playing off of OKC's stars. He gives them an easy outlet who can score from anywhere, relieving pressure and punishing defenses. He is the ultimate complementary offensive weapon, just like Serge was. But here is the critical difference. Chet Holmgren isn't just a repeat of Serge Ibaka. He is the 2.0 upgrade. He is the evolution of the blueprint. Where Ibaka was just developing a three-point shot, Chet came into the league with it as a primary weapon. Where Ibaka was a powerful athletic forward, Chet has the fluid ball handling and passing vision of a guard. He can grab a rebound and lead the break himself, something unimaginable for a big in Ibaka's era. He has taken the Serge Ibaka core, the elite defense, and the efficient complementary scoring, and fused it with the game-breaking skills of a modern unicorn. It's an incredible narrative. Nearly a decade ago, Serge Ibaka was the defensive soul of a Thunder team that battled its way to the top of the West. Today, Chet Holmgren, playing a statistically similar role but with a futuristic skill set, has done the exact same thing. He isn't just the next great OKC big man, he is the reincarnation of an ideal, built for a new era of championship basketball. What you're seeing is a map of the NBA's most impactful floor-spacing bigs. On the vertical axis, you have plus-minus, a simple measure of how much a player's team outscores the opponent when he's on the floor. The higher up you are, the more you help your team win. On the horizontal axis, you have three-point percentage. The further to the right, the more efficiently you shoot the ball from deep. Now, where do we find Chet Holmgren? He's way up here in the elite quadrant. Let's break down why that's so important. First, look how high he is. He is well above that yellow line representing the league average. When Chet Holmgren steps on the court, the Oklahoma City Thunder drastically outscore their opponents. He's not just a participant, he is a winning player, statistically ranked among the most impactful forces in the game, right there with names like Nikola Jokic. But it's his offense that makes him a true unicorn. Look how far to the right he is, well beyond the average three-point percentage. He's not just a good shooter for a big man, he's an elite shooter, period. And notice the size of his bubble. That represents how many threes he takes. It's not small. This isn't a fluke based on a few attempts. The three-point shot is a central weapon in his arsenal, and he uses it with high volume and incredible efficiency. So, when you put it all together, what does this chart tell us? It proves that Chet Holmgren is in a class of his own. He is one of the very few players in the league who combines high-volume, high-efficiency three-point shooting with a massive, quantifiable positive impact on winning. He stretches the floor like a premier shooter, and he lifts his team like a superstar. That's not a narrative, it's a statistical fact. In today's NBA, the word unicorn gets thrown around a lot. It's become a buzzword for any tall player who can shoot, sometimes losing its meaning. It's easy to get lost in the hype, but every so often a player comes along who doesn't just fit the description, he defines it. A player who takes the weight of impossible expectations, endures setbacks that would have derailed most careers, and comes out on the other side even better. That player is Chet Holmgren. He is the rare case where the reality has actually exceeded the hype. We've seen the journey, we've analyzed the data, the defensive prowess of a Thunder legend, the floor spacing of an elite shooter, and a quantifiable game-winning impact. This isn't theoretical potential anymore, it's proven production. And what makes his story truly special is that it's not happening in a vacuum. It is the driving force behind a basketball revolution in Oklahoma City. Just 2 active seasons into his career, Chet Holmgren has helped transform the Thunder into legitimate title contenders. Alongside an MVP candidate in Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and a star in Jalen Williams, he has become the perfect third pillar of the NBA's next great trio. He is the defensive anchor that unlocks their offense and the versatile weapon that makes them nearly impossible to guard. So yes, the unicorn label has been used a lot, but Chet Holmgren has earned it. He has faced down adversity and cemented himself as a foundational piece of a championship-caliber team. He is living up to every bit of the hype, and he's just getting started. If this is what he's capable of in only his second year on the court, the rest of the NBA has a serious problem. The Holmgren era in OKC has only just begun.